My check. Mic check 1-0. Go, Dawa. I beg now who Liverpool be for the movie? Then be both 68 games unbeaten run. Oh my word, man. It has come to end. Everything that has a beginning has an end. Like the law of gravity. Oh, Lagbada Moya. Good evening to everyone at the sound of my voice, and thanks for joining me on the program. We call it Sports today on Darling FM 107.3 and Cosmos. The son of Chukwuemeka still remains my name. It would never, ever change. They call me small but the big engine. Ororo Fakonga, Babawodo, the sport evangelist. Ononekura, one of Imo State my people. Lega can destroy. The commander. Today happens to be the last edition for week. Yes, sir. Oh my word, man. 22nd of January 2021, and there is always a lot to serve on the show. Yes, keep it up to that in 107.3, baby. Isukwato, they say, is a local government. Why Isukwato is a rapper? But people choose to see what they want to see. Come on, board. I'm not alone. Archie David is right here, and together we'll be dishing out information that you all can bank on. You can take it to the bank, baby. You can tell them I say so. Oh my word. For Archie David, Japan, they've doubled down on their commitment, yes, to host the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, of course, this year. And also, flatly, guess what they did? They denied reports on Friday today of a cancellation. Now, in a move that is unlikely to temper public fears of holding the event during a global pandemic. Now, there was thought much of Japan that they are, because of the under state of emergency when they occur for that country due to a third wave of COVID-19 infections, that they might just get to shift the Olympics. But I say no, Kojo Omoya. We must see the end of it. Good evening to you.
We must definitely see the end of it. Good evening, Mr. Cosmos. Good evening, Oweri. Good evening to all football fans and also all sports fans out there. We know that the Olympics game is originally supposed to begin on the 23rd of July and run to Sunday, the 8th of August. It was supposed to have been held last year, but due to the COVID-19 pandemic, it was now postponed to this year. And also, Tokyo has actually come out to say that they might just hold these Olympics behind closed doors. But for me, considering the fact that COVID-19, I keep saying it has become very, very technical in sports, not in Nigeria here, but in sports globally, it has become a factor to actually reckon with. These guys they are very, very determined, because you won't put in so much money into something and not get something at the end of it. Because believe me when I tell you that this Olympics game, due to a health rise and other things, and this Olympics game is going to be the most expensive Olympics game ever in the history of the Olympics game. So these guys are putting a lot of work, whatever it takes to actually see that all the work they've actually put into comes into fruition. I guess these guys are going to do it, and they're going to follow the health guidelines on COVID-19 and making sure that all athletes are very, very safe. And I believe that Japan and Tokyo can actually do this. So come Tokyo 2021, or come by August, by July 23rd, it's going to be a very, very fantastic outing.
All right, we can't wait. But then also, somebody get mind, get liver, come carry bike for front of Darling FM. Yes, along the road. It's a bike. The model is HJ125A. HJ125A. There's Haojin motorcycle. Somebody just come, carry and come out, and no being get them. So please, whether not by mistake, the plate number now RLU 060WZ. RLU 060WZ. That is the plate number. So please, if found, you can contact Mr. Oji Peter on this number. Let me read it out. 090 333 95616. 090 333 95616. Or you can also report to the nearest police station. Or you can also call this number 090 4157 3638. 090 4157 3638. One more time, the plate number is RLU 060WZ. The model number is HJ125A. All right, so that's the update. Somebody just come carry ammo. The chassis number LZLIZ P1A XHH4 6116. That's the chassis number. Let's talk about Australian Open, Oji David, where we had a 5-time finalist Andy Murray will miss the Australian Open after a solution to find a workable quarantine following his positive test for coronavirus could not be found. The 33-year-old Briton was set to fly out to Melbourne last week, but guess what? Was not allowed to travel on a charter flight after being found to have COVID-19. Now, the former world number one had hoped to travel safely and also compete as planned on the back of a negative test. But guess what? Murray said that he was gutted not to go. And he also added that we've been in constant dialogue with the tennis Australia to try and also find a solution which would allow some form of workable quarantine, but we couldn't make it work. So right now, he won't be participating at the Australian Open.
Yeah, it's a very, very bad outing. Yes, very bad one for a certain Andy Murray. This is a particular tournament whereby he has featured in the finals on 5 occasions in 2010, 2011, 2013,
but going back his performance of late
and 2016. His performance of late is nothing to write home about.
So when I come, nobody know.
Injury has actually taken a deep dive on his career. We know that, like, 3 years, 4 years back, once you call the likes of Roger Federer, you call the likes of Rafael Nadal, you call the likes of Novak Djokovic, the next name that you're definitely going to call is a certain Andy Murray, whom, for me, this guy is, they've totally outclassed him. He has only 3 Grand Slams to his name, and also most of the younger boys, most of the younger lads who are coming up in the world of tennis are already winning more Grand Slams than him. So for me, I think he needs to find something else to do, because tennis seems not to be giving him that spark and that vibe he wants. His career has taken a total dive. It's been injury upon injury, and right now when he says he wants to compete, COVID-19 sparks up, and hey, I think he needs to go and
so better luck next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Conor McGregor, we go straight to the world of UFC. Yes, he says that long-time rivalry with I beg your pardon, Khabib Nurmagomedov should be stripped of his UFC title as he won the Russian was still in his sight. Now the Irishman has courted a rematch with Nurmagomedov, who beat him. That was in October 2018, but retired 2 years later. Now their grudge beats to a crescendo after bout with a melee involving both fighters and their teams. They said the world knows this war is not over yet, according to Conor McGregor, before his fight on Sunday against American Dustin Poirier. I wonder why he shouldn't just focus on American Dustin Poirier. Yes, he had defeated this young man before, but he's still talking about Khabib. If you don't go come back, come fight me, you need to drop that belt. And
Khabib has already made a stance on the UFC that he's not coming back, that he has done his quota for the UFC and he doesn't want to come back. Though the president of the UFC actually wants him back. Yes, they actually want him back simply because these guys are athletes that can actually spend the money for the UFC. But for me, it would be nice seeing Conor McGregor take on Khabib. For me, it's going to be a very, very fantastic fight. But we know that Conor McGregor is somebody who actually loves to make mouths. He loves to shout and he loves to yell in the media. It did not start now. When he actually fought Floyd Mayweather in a boxing fight, he was the one who was actually making the whole noise, how he was going to beat this guy and beat this guy and beat this guy and beat this guy.
I go drum like this to be planned.
And that has actually been his selling point, his mouth. He's a very vocal athlete. So, but we just wish him the very best, against Dustin Poirier. We just pray that this Dustin is actually going to be a very exciting opponent. He left the UFC sometime last day saying that there was no exciting opponent in the UFC, but right now he's back. And let's just pray that this opponent is actually very, very exciting.
Okay. For those who don't know, he has defeated this young man before. Can he do it again? On Sunday, we'll find out. But let's talk about the round leather game. A lot to talk about. Yes, Nigeria Professional Football League is the next point of call. But before we do that, please pay attention to what I'm about to say. Take the message. Don't attack the messenger. Yes, Olagbara. No matter whether it affects you or not. As we speak right now, the turf at the Damayam Stadium is dying slowly. The color don't change. Why? Okay. They need a water arm on the regular. So please, those saddled with responsibility should do the needful. Now beg with the beg. Take the message. And also, our loving governor, you need to also intervene. As we speak also, the tartan track has not been laid. Yes, so that athletes can train. Bikono with the beg. National Sport Festival, next month, 14th. Oh my word. And I think it should be about less than 2 weeks or so before that one, or let us say about 3 weeks or plus before that event. But to speak, our athletes are not training. They are not ready. They are not getting ready. We never start anything. No preparation at all, and it's not looking good. I would suggest that the governor, Hope Uzodinma, recalls workers back, especially those from the sports council. Yes, because sometime in December, August, everybody they work for and made them go relax because of coronavirus, but saying go pay them salary. But because for those ready for sporting sector, because you need to call them back so that they can start preparation. Yes, as soon as possible. There is no time. As we speak, the armed forces game is going on in Abuja, and we are not involved. It's not good. Yes, and then they adhere to every COVID-19 protocol. They will adhere to it. So please bring those back at the Sports Council so that they can start making preparation. The National Sport Festival we hold, according to those, the LOC, the people in charge of the competition, right here. Where? Just our neighbor here, Bini. Okay, please bring them back so that they can get our athletes together and the preparation will start. Remember, I said it in the morning and also yesterday that 15,000 naira. Now, what you go take each athlete to register? We need to hit the ground running. Now, government supposed to do it for them, nobody them go do it for themselves. Now, let's talk about the game proper. Urge David, Heartland versus Aqua United. Last 3 meetings between these two sides, Aqua United don't beat us home and away. Yes, can we get it right this time around at the Danayam Stadium?
Yeah, we can. We can get it very, very right at the Danayam Stadium. We know that when we've actually played at home, we've actually scored 2 goals and we've considered 2 goals at home. And we've actually scored 3 goals at home and we've considered 2 goals at home. And we've actually lost 1 match at home, which was the match against Nasarawa United. And we've won 1 match at home, which was the game against Eyimba in the rental derby. So Aqua United is coming down to it. For me, I think Heartland, we are all set. We are all set to go gun blazing against this Aqua United side, whom I wouldn't say that Kennedy Boboye has not been doing quite well for this Aqua United team, but Heartland is ready and we're ready for maximum 3 points going into this particular game. So we are ready and we're ready to get maximum 3 points in this particular game.
Okay, you know, during the game against Rivers United in Port Harcourt at the Ajokie Amesi Amaka Stadium, Kennedy Boboye, the coach of Aqua United, he come the place, so he come watch and see how he go take exploit Heartland Football Club. So let's see what he's going to bring to the table on Sunday at the Danayam Stadium. But meanwhile, let's listen to Heartland centre back. His name is Eze Pascal. This young man has been instrumental making sure that he gives out his best. No doubt about it. Forget Heartland, they concede a lot of goals. But this young man is a solid rock. Yes, that fair guy. For those who don't manage Siam, Pascal Eze. Let's listen to him. His reaction ahead of the game that will be going down on Sunday. Talk to us. Let's go.
It's not going to be an easy game, or by God's grace, the God that did it for us against anybody will do it again for us. And we are in a good shape this time around. We have put our house in order, which I know by God's grace, victory is ours.
We've put our house in order. And I believe by God's grace, victory will be ours. Urge David.
Yeah, victory will definitely be ours tomorrow. I keep saying it that
Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday, definitely by 4 p.m. at the main bowl of the Danayam Stadium. Victory is already ours, and we are going into this particular match having one thing at the back of our minds, which is getting maximum 3 points in this game, because we just can't afford to lose again at the Danayam Stadium. We can't afford to lose at our ancestral home. So going into this particular game, the boys are all geared up. We know that it was a very, very bad outing, you know, the last time that was in Port Harcourt against Rivers United, but right now we're playing against Aqua United, and most importantly we're playing at home. So this is a very, very good way to actually, you know, if possible, record our second victory of the season. So maximum 3 points to the Nazi Millionaires, maximum 3 points to the Scientific Boys. So we just wish them the very, very best.
All right, 2 players to watch out for going into that game. These are the 2 top scorers in Nigeria Professional Football League. One is Ndifreke Effiong, and then also Heartland Shedrack Ogali. Shedrack Ogali has scored 3 goals, same number of goals with Ndifreke Effiong. So it's the battle of the top goal scorers. Yes, the grass will surely suffer at the Danayam Stadium come Sunday. Yes, you are not allowed, except say you be a journalist, and just a few will be allowed into the stadium to cover that game because of coronavirus. And for the journalists coming, you must wear your face mask, and with your hand sanitizer, that's the only way you'll get a passage through with your accreditation tag. Alright, let's move on to another game that will be coming up this weekend. Mouth-watering clashes as it were. Let's start with Kano Pillars versus Rivers United. Interesting game
anytime, any day. And Rivers United traveling all the way to Kano Pillars, that's to Kano, to actually take on the Sai Masugida side. We just pray that we know that they had enough time to travel, so Stanley Guma wouldn't come out.
No, this game will not hold. I beg your pardon. Rivers United are already in.
Yeah, they are already in the Republic to take on.
That game will not hold. They will be taking on Blanforton Celtic tomorrow
by 4 p.m.
Maybe we just talk about them, because the coach of the side has also been talking about no other than Stanley Eguma. Yes, he said that the pride of Rivers, they are ready to do the double over Blanforton Celtic ahead of their CAF Confederations Cup second leg, first round tie on Saturday right there in Port Novo, Benin Republic. He also said something that I like. Maybe before that game, this bro Felix Obua promised them 1 million naira. Say if now beat these people again, I'll give you 1 million naira. Then the coach said, actually, he said, we are ready for the game. You know, this game should have been played earlier before now, though there was a little bit of setback, and I think we have overcome that, and we are looking forward to the game in Benin Republic come tomorrow. Make you no bless, Cosmos Chukwuemeka the lie. Stanley Guma, if you're ready for me, talk to us, sir. And they're also ready to listen to you. Let's go.
We are ready for the game. You know, this game should have been played earlier before now. There was a little bit of a setback, but I think we have overcome that, and we are looking forward to the game in the Republic. Actually, it's supposed to be our own game here in Port Harcourt, Nigeria. But now taking it to the Republic is like away from home. So I think that the advantage is to the opponent. But then we are ready for it, whatever we play. And we believe that if we can beat them in South Africa, it's possible we can beat them again in the Republic. All we need is to put our eyes together and work harder. So that is it. So we are ready.
We are ready.
Darling FM.
We'll be right back.
107.3. Darling FM 107.3.
guys, if you're driving though, good evening once more. In case you just tuned in, the program remains as Sports today on Darling FM 107.3 and Cosmos, the son of Chukwuemeka, still remains my name. It will never, ever change. They call me small body big angel. Ororo Fakonga. Baba, I'm not alone. I see I've urged David right here, and together we'll be dishing out information that you all can bank on. We were talking about Rivers United. They will be in action this weekend. Home away from home, because that game will be in Port Novo because of coronavirus. They don't allow people from South Africa enter. So then the coach of the side, Stanley Guma, was saying, hey, forget this game now be like saying an advantage Celtic, but then make them forget. We don't beat them before, we go still beat them again. That's why you pass for physical, you pass them for spirit world, provided say no be you killer. Alright, communicating, I just did. How did the video take about that?
Yeah, for Rivers United, I think this is a game that they can actually bury a sword. All
they need is a draw.
All they just need is a draw. And a draw, they are good. And you know, for me, I think they are basically going to win this game. We know that they are not playing this game normally at Port Harcourt, which was where the game was supposed to have been played, and it was supposed to have been held earlier than now. But if they can actually win this game, that means they'll be facing Yimba, and what a cracker of a game is going to be. So for Rivers United, we wish them the very best. Tomorrow by 4 p.m, that's when the match will be taking center stage. So we just wish Rivers United the very best, that they would win this game and win convincingly. A draw is good for them, but they can still go all out and win this game.
Absolutely. All right. Former Super Eagles goalkeeper Dele Ayeluba, he has urged fellow ex-internationals to emulate him and return to Nigeria Professional Football League, which is improving after spending the best years of their careers abroad. For Ayeluba, a key member of the glorious and also history-making Enyimba squad that won Nigeria her first ever CAF Champions League titles in 2003 and 2004. He rejoined his former side, Kwara United, in the off-season after spending 14 years with 4 different clubs in Israel. Now, according to the 37-year-old former Binay Yehuda shortstopper, such move will increase the level of professionalism in Nigeria Professional Football League. That's according to him. Let me quote him. He said, the thing is that I want to advise that Nigerian league is improving, and it is that the presence of ex-internationals, that they should journey to come back and bring that experience back home, he advised. Let's listen to Ayeluba. I don't know what you make of this particular one, but that's his own take. Ogade, Mwanu, talk to us. Let's go.
Is that I want to advise that Nigeria League is improving. It's improved, and they just need to come back and bring the experience back. Their professionalism is very important, and I think if many other players come, it will up the young ones coming up.
Okay, and then also on his return to MPFL after spending being away for 14 years. Ayenuba, who had 17 caps for the Super Eagles from 2005 to 2015, said that he noticed a lot of improvement in the officiating while calling on the league management company to do more on television coverage. Let me quote him, say, yeah, it's improving. He noted, the most important thing is the referees. All the games I've played this season, I've seen a lot of improvement. Seriously. One more time, let's listen to Ayenuba.
Yeah, it's improving. The most important is the referee. All the game I've played, I've seen a lot of improvement. Seriously, kudos to the referee and the NFF. They are doing a great job. They just need to do more TV stuff. I think this is what we need.
Okay, Oji, your take.
Well, it's a very good one that Dele Ayenuba, an ex-international, he was the goalkeeper for Yimba during the 2003 when Yimba actually won the CAF Champions League. He was very, very famous. He wasn't the first choice goalkeeper, but anytime the matches actually went into penalties, that was when they would substitute Vincent Yama and bring in Dele Ayenuba because he was a specialist in penalties. Calling on ex-internationals to actually come back and play in the league. Mr. Cosmos, you know that this is something I've also been clamoring about, but this is something you say you wouldn't even advise your enemy to. This is something advice your
it's easy for him. That's the truth to say.
It's easy for him to say.
In reality, let's use Heartland for example. Make no even go far. Then they're all players. And you go say make the person come, make Mikel Obi come in the go.
There are still some clubs like even the likes of Gabalawal also played in the MPFL. Rashidi Yekini even also played in the MPFL, and most recently the former captain of the Super Eagles, Joseph Yobo. Yes, this was when they had already played. They were about to retire. That was when they came back to the MPFL. And if most of these players, when they want to retire, most of all these are footballers, like Nigerian footballers who have played in Europe.
Who will pay them? You know, football does not come with retirement benefits. And the worst thing that can happen to you is say you just carry the little one where you supposed to invest. carry come back.
See,
now when they are owing the players 1, 2, 3 months, most of the players, the squad will rely on you for survival.
Mr. Cosmos, this is whereby you know that you've actually earned a lot from football playing in Europe.
See,
and you want to give
nothing
back
is enough.
And you want to give back.
See, David Ronaldinho, you don't forget the story for Ronaldinho. At some point, I hear say I go bankrupt. I can't even get money pass up. God no go shame us. Alright, let's see how it pans out, because one thing to advise, another thing for people to collect the advice. But that's his own take. You can also give us your own take when we open the phone line. But let's move on and go straight to Europe. Last night, but let's start with this one. Former Man City and Ivory Coast midfielder Yaya Toure is set to take his first step into coaching at Ukrainian side Olympic Donetsk. He's not going back to Ivory Coast to coach.
Yeah, it's a very good, it's a very good one that black coaches, like black people and black
survive?
Coaches. Well, he can, but it's one thing to actually be a very good footballer. It's also another thing to actually make a good coach. Because right now, you know that why during your playing,
you can ask Maradona.
Yes, you can also ask Frank Lampard. When you know that
Frank Lampard for me has achieved way far better than Maradona.
Well,
Maradona no achieved nothing.
He didn't achieve anything, that's true. But
as a coach,
yes, but he achieved a lot as a player. Because during your playing days, you know that the pressure, once you play bad, the pressure is actually on the coach. But right
Lampard
now,
qualify now for top 4 now. What are you saying? Without buying any player.
Well, this season he has been a shadow of himself.
It doesn't matter. You go look what he don't do. Maradona, what he do? He carried the team go for World Cup for 2010. Argentina, they disgraced them.
He was totally disgraced, and he was also caught smoking some.
Let's move on, I beg. Manchester United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer says that he will hope that his side can emulate his own performance when they face Liverpool in the 4th round of the FA Cup tie on Sunday. Now, a week on from their goalless draw in the Premier League at Anfield, the arch-rivals they will face each other again in the cup game at Old Trafford on Saturday. All right, Oji David.
Well, for this particular game between Manchester United and Liverpool, we're building up to a very, very fantastic game. Once again, we know that the last time that these two teams actually fired out, it ended in a goalless draw, and they didn't give us something to actually cheer home about. But going into this particular match, Manchester United versus Liverpool again, it's going to be a cracker of a game. It's going to be a cracker of a game. I believe that these two managers actually know where they've gotten it all wrong and know where they've actually gotten it all right in a build-up.
That game is on Sunday by 6 p.m.
Yes, on Sunday.
I'm looking at it from this angle. So far, so good. Liverpool, they are suffering. They are no longer scoring goals. Yeah, and we saw that last night. The goals are not forthcoming. Their defense also struggling to be stingy. You know, so many of us attacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer that he was not man enough to attack that Liverpool defense. If not, he should have gotten a goal. But rather, he went to pack the balls. Now, this is the FA Cup. What are we expecting?
We're actually expecting, for me personally, considering the fact that in 5 Premier League matches now, that Liverpool has gone without a win in their last 5 Premier League matches going into this particular game. Manchester United has an upper hand because they have players who are actually in the form of their life.
Solskjaer says he's going to rotate his squad.
Yes, that is exactly because he knows that he has lots and lots of fixtures to actually play, not just the FA Cup, the Europa League as well, and also the Premier League, because injuries can also set in. But I'm actually expecting that he's going to present a very strong 11 and bring in few players, most of the first team players, and also bring in some of the fringe players. Some fringe players would also come in, but the most important thing is that it's going to be a very, very strong and dominant first 11 for Manchester United.
Then say anybody where Amadio had not strike for chess before, if he see touchlight, he go think say na thunder strike. That's the truth. He go take over. So we are looking forward to Liverpool right now. Unbeaten has been Doward. A man that is down fears no fall. Yes, they are playing away from home, and we are looking at how will Jurgen Klopp react. But let's look at it from this angle. Who do we blame, Oji David, in that game yesterday and recently, the performance of Liverpool? Who will blame, the players or the manager?
Well, the performance of Liverpool, definitely someone has to take the blame, and it's the coach who has to take the blame for everything that actually.
Now the coach tell Alisson to bring down the player.
But for the bad run of the team, the team, somebody has to take the blame, and no matter what, is the leader of the team. The leader of the team is definitely the coach, so he's the one who has to take the blame, and not just in that particular match. Liverpool has actually gone 5 Premier League matches without a win, which is something that coach Jurgen Klopp is not familiar with. Maybe the opposition teams are finally discovering his tactics and how he actually plays football that has made him go on 5 Premier League matches without winning a single game. So for me, it's basically the problem of the coach. But we know that coach Jurgen Klopp is a very, very fantastic manager. He can go back to the drawing board, and the next match is actually spinning up something. He's actually spinning up a tactical masterclass that can actually offset the opposition team. So for Liverpool, these are trying phases. Liverpool, they've actually had. It was more like for Liverpool, it was a gradual rise. Gradually, they were losing matches till they got to their peak, whereby they became a very, very dominant force, not just in English football but also in European football. But I wouldn't try to say that Liverpool right now they are taking a dive, but it might just be what it is.
Okay, all right, we'll leave this one to the fans. Remember that 86 games unbeaten run, that was the chase. They were supposed to equal that record set by Chelsea. So Chelsea have the highest unbeaten record at home, 86 matches. It ended, that was in October 2008, and for Liverpool they were only able to achieve 68. Funny enough, Burnley did the needful, but then in that process they won 55. They also drew 13. But now the present form is what counts. Who do we blame? Liverpool. 5 games that they've not won. This is crazy. In the league they've not won. Yes, we know that they won the FA Cup the last time out 4-1 against the Liverpool Football Club, against Aston Villa. But that aside, injury has also not helped this young man. And then coupled with the fact that the management of Liverpool are saying there's no money, and then he may not be able to sign player. Can they just look inwards, if possible, get a defender?
Well, they should. But when you talk about injury, I think every coach actually knows that if you have 40 players in a season, if you're starting the season with 40 players, those 40 players can't be fit all throughout the 38 matches or all throughout the season. Injury is something that sets into football, and a coach actually knows how to manage their team whenever they know that there are injuries to key players, because they actually plan ahead of time. Yes, some coaches actually
we didn't make this case for Pep Guardiola last season. We suffered the same fate. We attacked him for spending so much money. But right now, I'm looking at it in this angle. We heard that Kevin De Bruyne is out. For so long, Pep Guardiola has been playing without the top 9, and no one talks about it. Aguero out. The latest was COVID-19.
Yeah, and also for the reason why nobody actually talked about Pep Guardiola is because Pep Guardiola is a very dynamic manager who can actually play without a centre forward. He did not start at Manchester City. He started way back at Football Club de Barcelona, where he actually plays Cesc Fabregas as a false 9. So he's not a manager who can actually make a case for when he's not playing without a striker, because that is already a platform. It's already something that he has adopted over the years. But for Coach Jurgen Klopp right now, I think he needs to go back, and maybe he needs to come down, visit somewhere. If it's Djibouti or Shomorika, he needs to go and visit somewhere. If it means going to a particular hotel to sleep and refresh himself back, he needs to do exactly that.
All right. I forgot to bring you all up to speed with some of the other fixtures in Nigeria Professional Football League. I think we'll stop at Rivers United. But then Wiki Tourist takes on Jigawa Golden Stars. Don't forget, after this game between Heartland and Aqua United, our next opponent is Jigawa Golden Stars away from home. That game will be in Kaduna, you can imagine. So that's a long trip. So Enugu Rangers takes on Lobby Stars. Yes, both teams they've won the same number of games in the last 5. They've won 3, both of them, and they've drawn 1, and they've also lost 1 apiece. Now for Katsina United, they'll be at home against Plateau United. For Abia Warriors, remember this is the second game for Imama Amakpakabo, and the good thing is they've adopted a new home ground. Abia Warriors will be playing at Okigwe Stadium. It has been approved by the LMC. So no longer at the Abba Stadium. So they've adopted our own former stadium, the Okigwe Township Stadium. So Abia Warriors, their first game there will be against MFM. Remember, MFM, the first game they played last season under the new coach, Tony Bolus. Yes, when he played against our own Fidelis Ilechku, they beat Fidelis Ilechku 1 goal to nothing
at the Okigwe
Township Stadium. Would that be the case this time around against Imama, who has a 3-match ultimatum on the time will tell? For Dakada, they will take on Sunshine Stars. Adema United against Enyimba Football Club. Kwara United takes on FC Fanyoba, and then Warri Wolves. Yes, they'll be at home against Inform Nasarawa United, who are yet to test defeat. So far, so good. So that's the wrap up for the games coming up this particular weekend. But let's go back straight to Europe and then talk about this one. Jamie Vardy is out. He will undergo hernia surgery and is expected to be sidelined for a few weeks. So we expect our own Kelechi Iheanacho to hit the ground running.
Yeah, Kelechi Iheanacho, I think this is actually his opportunity to hit the ground running.
If one person owns another
person will know better. But it's also one thing for him to actually seize this opportunity, because it's one thing to actually take a horse. You can't take you
can take a horse to the stream, but you can't force the horse to drink
So
water.
now that the opportunity has come for him to actually be called upon, he needs to seize every bit of this opportunity. He needs to be very, very clinical in the final third. He needs to be very clinical with his touches, and he also needs to give, just like Alex Iwobi will say, he needs to give the coach a selection headache.
Alex Iwobi is also out injured.
Yeah, Alex Iwobi, quite a rather unfortunate. He's out injured.
So he'll be playing in the game against Sheffield Wednesday on Sunday. So Brentford takes on Leicester City. We're looking forward to see if how Kelechi Iheanacho will do wonders in that game. Chelsea takes on Luton Town. Should be a win at home.
Yeah, Chelsea should actually be a win for Chelsea. Very good win. And also for Chelsea, we should win convincingly, because losing to Leicester City and also winning our last match against Fulham by just 1-0, it doesn't really speak good of the confidence of the boys. So right now, winning convincingly would actually boost the morale of the boys going into the next game.
All right, one game where we go down tomorrow, and that's the game between Aston Villa and Newcastle United in the English Premier League. And then the FA Cup, Southampton takes on Arsenal by 1:15 p.m. Nigerian time, expecting Arsenal to continue their winning run because they won the last time out at home, although that was in the league. But this time around in the FA Cup, Barnsley against Norwich, and then Brighton and Hove Albion takes on Blackpool, Millwall against Bristol City, Sheffield United against Plymouth Argyle, and then Swansea takes on Nottingham Forest, West Ham United against Doncaster Rovers, and for Cheltenham Town they will take on Manchester City. Like I mentioned earlier, it's certain Kevin De Bruyne is out. He's not going to feature for that one. Let's talk about let's go straight to Spain, Spanish La Liga. Good news for Arsenal. If I don't talk this one, it will be like I hate them. Brighton goalkeeper, his name is Matt Ryan. He has joined Arsenal on loan until the end of the season. So Arsenal don't sign player, and this young man is 28-year-old from Australia. He had recently lost his place in the Segus team to Spanish goalkeeper Robert Sanchez. So now the Ajoku or Aloku, that Arsenal decide.
Yeah, a good one, good signing for Arsenal. But we actually know that over the years, Arsenal's second choice goalkeepers,
they do wonders, right?
Yeah, they do wonders, but they don't really get the nod. Let's date back to a certain Fabianski. Fabianski was actually playing second fiddle, and then down to Bernard Leno, down to Martinez, who actually left for Aston Villa. So we just pray that he would.
You don't need to pray for this one. Now them go bring him. Now they know why they bring him. Arsenal also want to sign a backup to Scotland left back Kieran Tierney, who is 23 of age, before the end of the January transfer window. This is according to the Express. Now, also, despite interest from elsewhere, the likes of Real Madrid, to 2-year-old Norway midfielder Martin Odegaard is very close to completing a loan move to Arsenal. This is according to report also. For Zinedine Zidane, he has tested positive for coronavirus, and it means he's not going to be in charge of that game against Alaves this weekend. Now, rather, his friend, a long-time man, who done the work with him for a very long time, his name is David Bertoni. He will be the man that will be taking charge of the Real Madrid game this weekend. I will wish him a speedy recovery, in as much as things are not going well for him. But then Eibar lost to Atletico Madrid by 2-1. Luis Suarez with a brace. David, 11 goals so far this season. Same number of goals with Lionel Messi. What a performance from Luis Suarez.
Yeah, Luis Suarez has actually turned out to be
top scorer.
He has turned out to be a very, very prolific player this season for this Atletico Madrid side. I kept on saying that I don't know the rationale that a certain Ronald Koeman actually came into the squad and let go of Luis Suarez. So what Atletico Madrid just got themselves is right now, they've got themselves a very prolific goal scorer, and they've got themselves a goal poacher. We know that they are a very defensive side, a very, very defensive minded side, but right now they can also defend and still score lots and lots of goals.
All right, Barcelona in the Copa del Rey, they won, and they are through to the last 16. It was a hard-fought victory, I must tell you. Usman Dembele and a certain Martin Braithwaite, they were the goal scorers on the night. And guess what, people? Oh my word, man! Barcelona missed 2 penalties in that game. Yes. Miralem Pjanic missed the first one, and then Usman Dembele also missed the second one. Can you beat that? Crazy, I tell you. Now, concept of that penalty that was missed yesterday means that Barcelona, they've missed 4 penalties in a row when you talk about regular time, and then also they've missed 6 penalties in their last 9, including shootout. This is crazy. Come on. And Ronald Koeman after that game was fuming, saying no, this is my boy, they didn't try at all. And also, if you look at it on the other side, Barcelona, they've been forced to play extra time for the 3rd time in 9 days, which is not good for a start of the season like this, for the better part of the season like this, to affect the players. 3 extra time in the space of 9 days. Crazy. But then kudos to Ronald Araujo. If you've not seen that young man play, he's a centre back, the guy that been covering for Gerard Piqué. That guy had a very good game yesterday. 0815-050-1073 is the number to be part of the show. Good evening, you're live. Talk to me. Hello. Puyaka man. Welcome on board. Good evening.
First was the son of Chukwuemeka.
You go live long, but they don't know. Welcome. Agree.
Báwo ni ọmọ ìyá mi?
Mo gentle mo jùbà, ẹ kúrò lẹ́ o. Ṣé dáadáa ni?
I wan ask you abeg, wetin be the name of the new keeper wey dem buy for Arsenal?
Okay, Matt Ryan.
How good is he because?
He's a backup goalkeeper for a club where they're from Bayern from.
Okay, you think he go fit do well for Arsenal because as we don dey try to pick up now, I don't want us to go down again.
Let's just believe. You know, Arsenal, when you buy player will be backup, sometimes it'll be like a market where you buy for bag, or people they sell a cracker, bag market. Now when you open up, you go know what's in the inside.
Okay, abeg, where did you keep my Queen Diva Amarachi?
Oh, she's on holiday. She'll soon be back.
Okay, my name is Chidinma George. Good evening, Audrey Davis.
Yeah, good evening, welcome.
God bless you, Chidinma George. Thank you very much for your contribution.
Thank you, I'm enjoying this show.
God bless you. All right. She's an Arsenal fan, and what do you expect? This woman now or lady, she will be faithful. If she don't marry, she is faithful. Yeah. If she never marry, she will be faithful. Arsenal, very loyal,
very faithful people.
Okay. Good evening. Talk to me.
Puyaka, Sports Evangelist.
I greet you, my Oga. You're welcome, sir. Happy Friday.
Thank you. Good evening, Auntie David.
Yeah, good evening. Welcome.
All right, my brother.
Their next match last Sunday.
Amen.
But they were trying for them to come back to their ancestral ground. I don't know. Sometimes some pastors they don't say ancestral spirit, they default some ancestral home. So if you are the thing, they wahala. Allah, people can go to about some thank you.
All right, thank you. Let me tell you this for free, Alex. Let me tell you this for free. If to say this transfer ban no day, the players waiting for this Atlant squad, if they catch even Rivers United, if they catch Plateau United, they're going to beat them 3-0. Then get players, but they never register them. That's why I keep asking. I they beg people when they in charge. Say, make una sort out with LMC. Make them feel register the players. If you see players when they this team, we never play. My brother, sleep and death no be the same thing, but they don't know. To some fixtures in the Spanish Liga this weekend, Huesca takes on Villarreal, Sevilla against Cardiff, Real Sociedad against Real Betis, and Deportivo Alaves versus Real Madrid. Good evening, you're live. Talk to me. Hello. You're live. Hello. Oh my word! Please do it to call us back. And those games will be coming up tomorrow. But then also, if you look at the games that will be coming up tomorrow in the German Bundesliga, Arminia Bielefeld will be in action against Eintracht Frankfurt, Augsburg against Union Berlin, Bayer Leverkusen against Wolfsburg, Freiburg against VfB Stuttgart, Mainz 05 against RB Leipzig, and Hertha Berlin will take on Werder Bremen. Hello, good evening. Talk to me. Puyaka man. Welcome on board. Isukwato is a local government. Why Isukwato is a rapper? You can never spell Nazareth without a Nazi. It's not possible.
Yes, Chukwuemeka.
Sir.
Now tell me what they call you.
Oh, quite tell you. What's it be that?
I tell you, sir, I had to say, what do you not to play for Arsenal?
No, Ronaldo go play against Aqua United. Come watch him. He goes for 2 days. Hey! Network akọ to Alakunde Kurugwa. Network that smoke cigar for petrol station and now boom you go here. Apologies Charlie Wowo. You can do well to call us back 0815-050-1073. Good evening. Talk to me. Hello. Hey. Oh my God, man. Welcome on board. Puyaka man. Yoko Yingi. I salute you. You go live long, bro. You go live long. Somewhere from our shoot your shot, bro.
I see yesterday and three that they have been now for people to stop them. So for me that to stop on that table now, let's get strong leg. And we just want to start the game say, go be everybody way work and carry shoulder up. This man some now boy do that for half and then I carry shoulder up before. Let me say they speak for back already. You know, Mr. Cosmos. Thank you very much.
You said not everybody they walk and carry shoulder up, the big man. Some now and a boy get hold for armpit boy. That's why I always say, not be everybody they walk out fast, get appointment. Some now running stomach. Not be everybody they walk out computer feeling. Yes, the big player will be right back.
Some energy drink they promise power, but them be like this. When waiting you really need now. New Predator energy drink, rule your kingdom. Now only 200 naira.
Delight your family mood with delicacies at Mangrove Delicious Foods and Restaurant. Your family and friends must be satisfied with a finger-licking nutritious fresh meal, both African and continental dishes like shawarma, ice cream, popcorn, our yummy tasty fresh bread, mangrove bread, pastries, and delicious hot meals. And at Mangrove, you can get refreshment at the speak with recreational services. And we also offer home delivery services. Visit Mangrove at plot F/27 Housing Area B, New Owerri Capital Territory at Renter Roundabout, former 4040 Roundabout, Owerri, Imo State, Nigeria. Or call 070-8894-8849. Mangrove Delicious Foods and Restaurant. Lots of love.
Chukwuemeka, ever since we started taking super bitters, we don't go to the hospital as we used to.
My dear, it marvels me. Super bitters, also known as aquariki, really works wonders. I can confirm that super bitters is a good mixture of African fruits and herbs. It is duly approved by NAFDAC, and above all, it detoxifies your body.
All thanks to super bitters. No wonder everything has changed about you ever since you started taking super bitters. You now look younger, stronger, healthier, and you don't disappoint in the other room. I beg, let me send one to my brother, my sisters, my father, even my mother.
No, just send to your whole community. They should go and buy their own jar. Super bitters, also known as aquariki, is available in all the markets in Owerri, Imo State, as well as other markets in Nigeria. For inquiries, call 0811-359-1568. Go for the good life today. Go for super bitters, also known as aquariki. Super bitters, I beg, make you enjoy your life. They go.
Now success everybody they see. Nobody was there when the journey started. When you had to kill your sleep and sometimes break down with pains, aches and fever. But success lies at the other end of pain. And as a Naija born and bred, we know they carry last. Push through pain with Emzo paracetamol. Then stare pain in the face and say, not today.
For aches, pains, and fever, trust Emzo paracetamol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please see your doctor.
Energy drink comes in 2 exciting flavors, classic and red berry. So when you need that refreshing, energy boosting beverage, drink Fearless. Fearless, energy of Naija.
Darling FM 107.3.
Welcome back to the last lap of the show. It's still Cosmo, the son of Chukwuemeka. Small body big engine. Ororo Falcon. I'm still not alone. Arch David is here. And then forwards on that break, we're talking about Chelsea. Yes, they'll be in action this weekend. And then the last caller was telling us how he feels that Liverpool, they came, they saw, and they did not conquer. And then everything will go up, must surely come down. All right, let's start taking more messages on our Telegram, Sports on Darling FM for those that have the app.
Yeah, this one from Chidi Richmond. He's a Puyaka Heke Master. Sunday's match against Liverpool is going to be a cracker ball. It will be in favor of Manchester United. Liverpool 0, Man U 2. God bless Man United, winning all the way. And Manchester United for life. This one from Meburu John Bosco from Niger State says Manchester United is on another level. It seems the devil is let loose this time. I don't think Liverpool can stop the devil this time.
All right, tonight by 8:45 p.m. Nigerian time in Italian Serie A, Benevento against Torino, and then Paris Saint-Germain by 9 p.m. in the French Ligue 1 takes on Montpellier. Don't forget also in the Spanish Liga, Levante against Real Valladolid, and also the big one, yes, in the Bundesliga, Borussia versus Borussia. That's Mönchengladbach versus Dortmund. Crack off a game. What do you expect going into this time?
Yeah, going into this particular game, we're actually expecting a very, very fantastic game. Lots and lots of glitz and glams and things to actually reckon with. Erling Haaland is there firing from all cylinders, and also Borussia Dortmund have lots and lots of fantastic young players. The same with Borussia Mönchengladbach. So fantastic game we're expecting in the German Bundesliga.
You just talked about Erling Haaland. Are you aware that young man, yes, the goal he has scored for them, the number of goals he has scored have earned them points this season. 5 goals he has scored has earned them points, earned his team points. But if you look at those topping the log, yes, Robert Lewandowski has scored 16 goals that has earned his team points. Zlatan, 13 goals that have earned his team points. And then Bruno Fernandes, yes, 11 points. Okay, it's all good. Mohamed Salah, 10. Luis Suarez, 9. Romelu Lukaku, 8. Harry Kane, 7. Or Dibueme Shakazulu, Cristiano Ronaldo, 6. Lionel Messi, 6 also. Let's take this call then. Good evening. Turn down the volume. You are our last caller. It's good to have you. What's your name? Where are you calling me from?
My name is Abed. I'm calling from Buji.
Okay, go ahead with your contribution.
The issue of this I pray that they will win the next match. And Martinez, I don't know what is wrong with our coach. They should couple up. This one we are losing. Imagine a team from the second division. Away from
you don't get coronavirus now. You don't get coronavirus. You know, go there touch line. So make you know whether the next person will take over. Will do well. All right. Thank you very much. Say May Hazard play well. Oh, that's your own take. Osasuna versus Granada comes up on Sunday. Elche against Barcelona Football Club. No Lionel Messi going into this tie. Of course, his second suspension. Celta Vigo versus Eibar, and then Atletico Madrid versus Valencia. That's the pick of the bunch. And then on Sunday, Schalke 04 versus Bayern Munich. Not forgetting Offiam against FC Cologne. And then in the Italian Serie A, Juventus will trade tackles against Bologna, and Genoa takes on Cagliari on Sunday. Hellas Verona against SS Napoli. Lazio against Sassuolo. Lazio also won Pamacascio 2-1 yesterday in the Coppa Italia. And then Pamacascio, on the other hand, they will take on Sampdoria. And then maybe just to wrap things up, AC Milan will be in action tomorrow in the Italian Serie A. That will be Roma versus Spezia. AC Milan against Atalanta. Crack off a game. Expect goals to rain in this one. Over 1.5 for to show Udinese versus Inter Milan, and Fiorentina versus Crotone. That's how much you can take for today's edition of the program. Thank you very much, Arch David. We need to go.
Yeah, let's do this again tomorrow.
Absolutely. 6 to 7 p.m. for Total Football. Please do well to join us. Yes, don't miss it for anything. Thank you, Arch David. Thank you, DJ Paul. Yes, through the week, controlling the right buttons. He is our cameraman in-house right here for you to see us. Watch us live on Facebook, Darling FM Owerri. Don't forget also, you can listen to us anywhere in the world. www.darlingfm.ng www.darlingfm.ng. Once you go to our site, click on the play icon and you're in. It's like ABC, not complicated like LVJ's taxes. Until I come your way again in the morning edition of Sport this morning on next week Monday from 7 to 7:30 a.m. Always be nice to someone who has access to your toothbrush. Don't allow the weekend to weaken you. Peace, love, arrivederci.
It's a cause on the beats loading.